Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today we're going to talk about a foreign film titled Game Over that is on Netflix. Some interesting facts about this film is that it was filmed in Tamil and Telugu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Simultaneously. So they filmed it at the same time in both, and then released it in both. And then subsequently, they also translated it to Hindi. So if you're looking to watch this on the Netflix, it's going to be in one of those three languages, and then you'll have to have subtitles, unless you happen to speak one of those three, which is pretty cool. Congratulations, you're better than me. Anyway, so I watched the Tamil version because I wanted to watch it in one of the two originally filmed languages rather than watching it in Hindi. So that's a cool little fact for you before we jump on in. So as per usual, we break down our horror films into 6 separate categories, those being story, acting, music, atmosphere, look, creep, and that's it. Yeah, those 6. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start talking about the story. So it opens with a black background and white writing that says a word I cannot pronounce, which I assume is a city in the province or country of Chennai. December 2017. Opens with the visual from a POV that's in the bushes, watching a motorcycle delivery man drop off something to his recipient. Then it compares the recipient to a black and white photo that the ambush guy is carrying. Heavy breathing, he's watching her, gets into the house, then she very abruptly and horribly gets murdered, like pretty bad. That's the opening. That's before the credits. So then you get your opening credits, and we shift over to OMR Chennai, which I don't know where that is. 1 year later, it shows a lady running. She's our new main character. She has a maid, lots of home security. She's got a security guard. She apparently is a game designer, and she has a video game tattoo that starts prickling, and this becomes important. She has a fear of the dark and in close spaces because of a past trauma, that past trauma being rape. You don't see any rape in this movie, but it is definitely spoken of. So if that is something that you are triggered by, you should be warned beforehand that that is a part of the story in this movie. She goes to see her therapist, who puts her through a VR therapy session, which I don't know if that's a real thing, but if it is, that's pretty cool. Where he tries to adjust her to different levels of darkness in a room in order to help her with her fear of the dark. Tells her that she needs to go visit her parents for the month because she is having anniversary reactions to the upcoming anniversary of when she was attacked, which happened to be on New Year's Eve, the previous year, I believe. Then she starts having weird dreams, and then there's this scene where it turns out that the guy who raped her was videotaping it, and it somehow got put on the internet. And so now it's all over the internet. Like, the most traumatic experience of this woman's life is all over the internet. She spirals through depression, attempts suicide, and ends up in a wheelchair, which is crazy. And then you get this story about her tattoo that's super, super... it hits you right in the feels. It's very heartwarming. And then we subsequently pull into the ending. So this movie isn't really a scary movie. This movie is a social commentary on victims of sexual assault in India, and it is then sandwiched between a real home invasion story. So, not really scary story, but it was a good movie, good story. The ending is really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was upset at the beginning of the ending, and then very happy with the end of the ending, without giving too much away. So, good story. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on story. Acting, this is a foreign film, and as my faithful viewers know, that I'm not really good at telling how good the acting is if they're not speaking English, and even if they are speaking English, I'm still not great at it because of accents. So there is some random English sprinkled throughout the movie. I think that that's just kind of the way that people talk there, but I don't really know because I've never been to India. But anyway, so acting, give it a 3 out of 5 because it seemed good to me. But I don't really have anything to compare it to. Music. The music is really good. It helps to set the mood, keep the tension going. 4 to 5 for music. Atmosphere, when they do the VR session, that was legit creepy. But other than that, the movie, like I said, is not a scary movie. So it kind of takes a while to get to the action after the opening sequence. So it starts out with your opening sequence, which is abrupt and violent. And then after that, you're about at the almost hour mark of a 90-minute movie before you get any more action. So for atmosphere, I gave it a 2 out of 5. Look, everything looks normal. There's no special effects. There's no monsters, nothing like that. So by technicality, it gets an average on look of 3 out of 5. And then creep, as I said, this is not a scary movie. It's not very creepy. It has a couple moments, a couple good WTF moments. But other than that, not a creepy movie. So 1 out of 5 for creep. Tally all that up, and we get a 2.6 out of 5 for Game Over on Netflix. If you're looking for a scary movie, not scary. But if you're looking for a good movie that happens to have a scary movie concept surrounding it, I would definitely recommend this movie. I don't think that the 2.6 adequately represents how good the movie is. That just has to do with the areas in which I score it. Game Over on Netflix.